wondered, when did this communication happen? Because in practice, you have a communication made, and that's what was happening initially, where applications were filed in court seeking that the Chief Justice constitutes 3 bench judges to go and hear this matter because it's a public interest matter. So it requires more judges to listen to it and make a determination. Now, we have a Kirugoya issue that has already been decided upon and has stopped the process of swearing in of a nominee. Then on a day where the courts are not gazetted to sit in Kenya, because courts only sit from Monday to Friday, you find there's another decision being issued.
Now,
so that's what was brought up today in court.
Yes, and you know, we like you, and obviously we trust you, but I don't envy you. Okay, because this one is an ongoing process, and then the presiding on this one, I think, is Ogola.
There are 3.
Yes.
There are 3 judges who are actually presiding this, and they're the ones. Now he's a presiding of a 3 bench.
But now he said that the thing that we need to be cognizant of is that, because I think Gachagua side was saying, no, guys, when did, like you're asking, and I was asking, when did this happen? But said these days, because there was fears of going back to the era when, you know, courts were sitting at night and over weekends. Okay? But he's saying, listen, these days we also do things online. And things are 24/7, 365.
Listen, this is a public interest case.
Yes. No, but was he wrong when he said that?
First of all, this is a public interest case.
Yes, we should go back to old school.
We have so much interest. You and I have an interest. Even Mama Mboga has interest out there.
Yes.
On what is going to happen.
So we should leave. Hold on. So what you're saying is that we leave the information age, because we're in Kenya. Justice needs to be seen to be done. We should put those files on horseback or on a border with an escort, and to go there so it's seen. They're seeing inaenda huko ndio narudi hapa. Is that what you're saying, Esquire?
What we're saying here, and we have only had one scenario. One scenario that affected a vetting process of a Chief Justice, where a court sat on at night and overruled appointment of, I think, 290 returning officers. A decision was made around that, overturning a decision that had been issued earlier on in the day. But what we are saying here is, this is a public interest case. There's nothing wrong with the judiciary or the judicial officers hearing matters online. Because what happens when you file a case, you're given a date. The other party is invited to appear also online. So if it's going to be on a Sunday or on a Saturday, that's fine. But there's always communication. And this communication is what the argument was. There was no communication made on the appointment of that bench to hear the matter on a Saturday.
Now we understand.
There was no communication that I myself, when I saw one of those updates, I looked through to see where was this bench constituted. Is it that because initially an application was filed in court and that application was allowed for these 3 judges to sit, now that it applies that any matter relating to this impeachment process should go to this 3 bench? So that's where some of the questions that came up.
Okay, and then finally on this Gachagua matter, because Lorc has got one there. Can the DCJ sit in for the CJ? That sounds like a rhyme. We should put that in a song.
You know, when I was coming in, I was listening to my lecturer at Kenya School of Law.
Prof. Gido?
No. Elisha Ongoya. Zebedi. His middle name is Zebedi.
He's come out as no matter what happens, he's a superhero.
He taught me. He taught me civil procedure.
Come on. No wonder you're good.
And the civil procedure is a process in court. He never used any notes. And what he was arguing...
This guy's based out of Kisii town, eh?
Out. But he teaches at Kabarak University.
Okay.
What he was arguing was, there's some things he was taught by his lecturer
Who is Prof. Githu
Professor Githu Muigai.
Who's on the other side?
Who is on the other side of the government. And if the court proceeds to make a decision today, then, that will be new jurisprudence.
Yes,
because there are things he was taught by the person on the other side who is not now agreeing with him. And so today is a very interesting day.
Yes.
It's a very interesting argument to watch, and I can now see Professor Githu Muigai is addressing court.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, who here do you think is following the checkbook? No, don't answer that. Don't answer that. You've got LSK meetings and such things to do. But no. We can't put you on the spot. Good job for clarifying that one. No, but he skirted it, didn't he? He has not answered the damn question. He's a damn good lawyer.
Very good.
Can the DCJ sit in for the CJ boss?
That was the argument.
So now this is
That's the argument. And we're not supposed to be discussing matters in court.
Yes.
We are waiting. You don't know whether the judges are listening to this show right now, and we might influence that decision.
Good one.
Yeah.
Good one. So that's the Gachagua matter. Let's wait and see how that pans out. Okay. Thanks for Lakini clarifying those issues there. Wakili. What do you got there, Lorc?
I just wanted to ask about the Film and Stage Plays Act. I see that we finally have one, and you are saying that apparently it's the first time we are having one. But we've been seeing Film Classification Board tagging and pulling down stuff.
What does exactly Ezekiel Mutua been doing all this time? You mean those ones who have rated 16? We didn't? Is that what we're talking about?
Exactly, because even when you go to the movies, you usually see that case.
Yes.
Actually, correction. What was gazetted this past week were the guidelines. So we have had the Films and Stage Plays Act, Cap 222 in place, defining different things, but we didn't have a guideline on what is defined as, let's say, the rating of a film. What is defined? What are the classifications? What are the classes? And so this past Friday on the Kenya Gazette, they published the guidelines to allow us to know when we say that a scene is disturbing or a film is disturbing, what are we supposed to look at? When we say this is an adult movie, what are the guiding principle on a guiding or a religious movie?
Okay.
What is guiding this?
Okay. What makes it religious? Because I see like Netflix, they become specific because they'll say, rated 13, 6, language, violence.
Yes.
You see, they'll put all of those things there. So is that what we're talking about here?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That they are now able to classify. So, for example, let me read for you what is expected or parental guidance PG-13. Okay, let me go to PG-10. It's a film which is classified to not contain themes with very mild, that only contain scenes with very mild sense of threat or menace, and will be justified by context. And so,
like, for example,
it's just very mild for ages 10.
I will slap you because you're about to touch that loaf of bread. That's very mild because there's context.
Yes.
Right? Very mild violence. It's just a slap. That is 10.
That's 10.
Now, let's stop this nonsense because, I mean, surely, with all the content that is on, I saw yesterday a MCA that was deceased. You saw that? And then he had his eyes gouged out. It was on X.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have classifications for what happens on social media? No, we don't. So what isn't that putting the cart before the horse?
No, we have.
I'm asking you as a lawyer.
We have laws on how.
You didn't see that body?
No.
We have laws.
But you did.
I didn't.
You didn't look.
I just saw the report.
Thank you.
But we have laws in place which can actually bring to book the person who shares such a video. Because there's a law that gives a requirement on what you should be able to share. So, for example, today you cannot share adult videos and just go scot-free.
Oh, really?
You cannot do that. Go online and start sharing.
Advocate Eliud Ngugi Esquire. What are you talking? Look, I don't know about you. I'm a bit, but I every damn day. Yes,
it's a Tuesday for today. In fact,
What
if
are
you
you
go to
talking?
X,
You cannot share such.
what are you talking?
Try. You call me to come and help bail you
No,
out.
no.
Bruv, it's a
They are shared
Tuesday.
with us. Yes, we receive.
You receive, but proceed and share. Reshare that.
Oh, really?
You find yourself in trouble.
Oh,
And
even if I receive and I pass it down the chain of command, yani, there'll be drama for me.
If you do share disturbing videos,
Yes.
and for example, I handled a case
Yes.
during COVID
Yes.
of someone in this country
Right?
who went online, and people would dance dressed in interesting ways.
You know that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey?
And
I think went to court.
he was able to raise money,
Yes.
and a number of parents were very disturbed. They approached me, and we made a complaint to the DCI, and it was brought down.
Is that why he disappeared?
And we followed the law, Cyber Security Act.
Is it because of Eliud Ngugi Esquire?
apparently.
Look me up.
Pigia him a coffee.
Okay. No, you learn something new every day. This is brilliant.
These are disturbing scenes, and if you are unhappy with what maybe some of your maybe followers or some of your friends on Facebook are doing, or rather content that they are sharing, you should be able to report them, because you need to safeguard our society. You need to safeguard our children, and so the law is to your advantage.
This is the clip that we want. Okay, that what he has said just now. Notes to self. Now this is. Let me ask you then. So classification. There's somebody who's they're shooting. Everyone's got a camera these days, bruv. Okay, and even they're shooting something for YouTube. What do they classify as a document? That classification act. What is it? Is it necessarily that something for KTN or something for YouTube? Is there a difference?
There's no difference, and that's why you've seen some videos being brought down. Some artists will record some music,
Yes.
and upload. And in the era of Ezekiel Mutua, he was able to actually to bring those videos down,
Yes.
for reasons that the law does not support certain content to be uploaded
Yes.
in our jurisdiction.
Okay. So there I am, Director Edward Kerry Francis Kwach. I'm about to shoot something just now. I've just listened to you.
So
I've
you
heard what you said.
need to read through the guidelines.
Okay. Where do I find them?
The guidelines are there on kenyalaw.org. You can also go to government printers on Haile Selassie Avenue and purchase
He loves
yourself,
that place.
purchase yourself a copy of the Kenya Gazette.
These are the guys who are there Friday night at Thursday night at midnight +1.
No, let me tell you, Haile Selassie Avenue, government printer's office, is where the government speaks to you.
By the way.
So you need to know that place. You know that place.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how do you access it? By the way, from the back? Eh?
No, there is an entry on the front.
That just sounds so.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
It sounds
anyway.
pre-watershed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, look. Then, so first I've read the guidelines, but then now what do I take my content to Communication Authority on Wakili? What happens, dude?
So what happens? You're going to Wayakiwe.
Yes,
No.
Yani Communication Authority. Well, what do I do?
If you have read the guideline, they're supposed to help you
okay.
know what is the right thing and what is the right rating.
Okay.
So, for example, let's say you are shooting a documentary, or you do short videos which you sell,
Yes.
or even upload on a website.
Yes.
I've seen some artists are nowadays uploading content on websites and charging you to access that content for 100 shillings, 200 shillings.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's say you are shooting such content.
Yes.
Movies and even series.
Yes.
I've seen those vernacular series online.
Yes.
So if you're going to, this is for your information.
Yes.
If you are a producer and you're doing such things,
Yes.
then you need to know how to rate your content
I like
on
that.
such sites
That's true.
to protect yourself against the government coming after you and charging you, and there are penalties for not following these guidelines.
Aha.
Yeah.
What are some of the penalties there? Let's talk about let's talk punitive Talk punitive. Don't tell me that 5,000 bob with option of 2 months in prison.
2 months in prison.
No, I will tell you.
Yeah,
this
talk
is why
punitive. Yes.
I will send you to Haile Selassie Avenue.
Yes. Listen, you love it when he's here. But look, speaking of stuff that you see online, several occasions, and it's become very disturbing, you see a neighbor recording the neighbor domestic violence happening in the neighborhood. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
We see it every so often. To me, it's a weekly occurrence. Nani anachapa, wanachapana. They are fighting. And somebody's just recording.
Hawa wanakuanga hivyo.
Bas. They're not interfering. Hawa wanakuanga tu hivyo. And this drama melee, a good one. Can we talk about domestic violence? Is it too soon? Guess what? It's that time. Next.
Who is the greatest 10 of them all?
Messi.
Pele.
Maradona.
Well, mine is Tala.
Tala?
For 10 years.